Hello, I'm Melissa McNutt, and I'm arguing that the killing of General Hassan Soleimani was not positive for the national security in the Middle East. So I think it is important to first kind of just dive into some background here that General Qassam Soleimani was not just a general in Iran. He wasn't just a military leader. He was a celebrity. He was admired. He was doted on. When he was killed, Iranian citizens just flocked the streets in mourning. Um, it was tragic for them. He was the most second, I believe, popular person in or in Iran under the supreme leader. So just saying that's just so instrumental to how impactful the killing of him really was. Um, to start, just weeks after, or I think about a week after his death, um, Iran shot down a Ukrainian plane by mistake, which killed 176 Ukrainian civilians. It took them 3 days to actually claim responsibility. They denied it for 3 days and then said that it was filed in error. Their air defenses were on alert after missile strikes on U.S. targets in Iraq. So as you can see here, this is negatively impacting national security. Like we already have people dying, people being shot down, so that's only a week after. And also jumping back to the importance of General Soleimani, I think it's interesting too that this is something that we've talked about in this class of an intersubjective understanding of the world, as the United States was seen or saw General Soleimani as a terrorist, but in Iran he was a hero and a celebrity. I just thought that was interesting to kind of bring into this, like how there is such an intersubjective understanding of the world. But jumping back to the negative consequences for security in the Middle East. So the new Iranian leadership recently, after his death, has really changed the country's attitudes towards nuclear negotiation. It has really discarded any type of Western pressure towards it, or against it. So when Trump backed out of the nuclear deal, there had been renegotiations, 16 months actually of negotiations of getting reinstating that nuclear deal. But I believe just a few days ago, the United States and other European countries have claimed that the efforts of ending or of renegotiating the nuclear deal are off. So that is just so instrumental for national security, not only for the West, but also just Middle East in general. Confidential reports sent to other states last week, there is a UN nuclear watchdog who estimated that Iran has 55.6 kilograms of uranium, which is increasing since, I believe, a few months back. It can be converted easily into weapons, and experts say that their current stockpile of uranium is sufficient for one nuclear bomb. So obviously there's no steps to limit their obtaining uranium. So that's just the fact that Iran now has nuclear capabilities. They have a nuclear bomb, a nuclear weapon, is just insane for national security. But I think it's also important to notice too that in the beginning of 2021, so about a year after General Soleimani's death, an Iraqi militia that was controlled by Iran fired rockets into Baghdad, where the U.S. embassy is based. And that's the exact activity that General Qassam Soleimani orchestrated. So as you can see, even a year, 2 years, months after his death, attacks are still happening. So, I can see how people would argue that national security hasn't necessarily improved or gotten worse. It's stayed the same, considering things weren't great before he died. But I definitely think, based on the facts that I've presented here, that national security has not gotten any better. And just the fact that I think that the United States deciding to assassinate General Soleimani led to Iran not being eager to renegotiate with the other countries and jump back into another nuclear agreement, which is going to be instrumental, especially considering all of the tensions that Iran has with other countries in the Middle East, like Iraq, for example. And that's about it. Thank you.